Life is a winding road.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a different style, different type of video. This isn't normally something that would be a topic that I would talk about or a topic that would be, included in my channel. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some things that I've done to help reduce the amount of anxiety attacks that I have. But if you're new here, my name is Alyssa. I am a mom of two, a wife. I used to be a stay-at-home mom for 3.5 years. I am a part-time content creator. I also own a small business of doing accent walls and budget-friendly room makeovers. Not so much anymore the makeovers anymore, but mainly just the accent walls. And then currently started substituting. That's where I'm at right now. I'm currently at a school right now substituting. It's my lunch break, and I am a soon-to-be realtor. I just passed my state exam, and I'm currently interviewing with different brokers to decide what brokerage I'm going to be working for. So that's going to be some exciting news. I'll probably share with you guys later on which brokerage I decided to work with. Now, let's go back to the topic of this video, which is why you guys clicked on it. I'm going on a month and a half now of not having anxiety attacks, and it wasn't until maybe 5-6 months ago where I started having them, and it took me a while to realize that that's what I was having, that I was having an anxiety attack. And the symptoms for me were basically like I was extremely short of breath. I felt like this impending doom over my life, like literally, like I felt like my heart sank all the way down, and I wanted to like close in, like something bad was gonna happen or something bad was happening, and it was all just in my head. Like these things were just all in my head, and I just kept thinking about the things that I had to do or the things that haven't gotten done yet, things that I want to do, things that weren't even like real things. And it was getting me to the point where I was having anxiety attacks, and I would literally sit on the kitchen floor and I was trying to breathe as good and as like deep as I could. Like I'm like holding it in for a few seconds, then letting it out and trying to slow down my heart rate. So it took a while for me to realize that it was an anxiety attack after I actually went to the emergency room one time thinking it was one thing, and now I realized like, wow, that's what I was having. I was having an anxiety attack. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing with you guys things that I have done to help reduce and actually do away with my anxiety attacks, because I have had one in over 7 weeks. So let's start on that list. All right, so I'm going to go with the most obvious one, which is the main one that I've been talking about the last few videos of mine. Is I actually cut off caffeine. So no more caffeinated coffee for me. But it's not just the coffee, you guys. Some sodas have caffeine. Some foods have caffeine, like natural caffeine. Some juices have caffeine. So making sure that I'm conscious about what I am drinking and what I'm taking into my body to make sure that it does not contain any kind of caffeine has been a huge reason as to why I don't have anxiety attacks. Because I used to drink coffee every day. Like you guys know that I still drink coffee, but I drink it decaf now. But I would drink caffeinated coffee every single day. And that caffeinated coffee had me wired for the rest of the day. I'm already a very like angsty kind of person, but like more like I already have a lot of energy. I don't need the caffeine to give me energy. I always just drank it for the taste because I just love coffee. I grew up drinking coffee. My grandmother gave me coffee at like 3 years old. Like I just grew up drinking coffee. But I didn't realize the effect that the caffeine was having on me until the days that I didn't drink coffee, and I was like, wow, I'm like much more calm and I can get more things done because I'm not like struggling to breathe today. And honestly, the switch hasn't been too difficult because I could still have decaf. So as long as I didn't have to cut off coffee entirely, we were gonna be okay. So the second thing that I want to share with you guys is I have actually started taking magnesium pills. I actually started taking iron pills as well. I've always been iron deficient, whether it was just like regular or in my pregnancies. I've always just been low on iron, but I'll get more into that one at a different topic. So back to the magnesium. A friend of mine who works at a doctor's office had mentioned it, that her doctor had recommended to her to start taking magnesium every single day because it helps relax like the heart. It helps to relax the heart so your heart isn't beating like a million miles a minute. I don't know exactly what it does. I'm gonna put like a little thing here about the benefits of magnesium. I am not a doctor, but this is just something that I just took an advice from a friend, and it has been very helpful. I take my magnesium pill at night, and it has reduced significantly my anxiety at night. I would literally lay down and my heart would start racing at all the things that I had to do that day or the next day or the following month, and that's all I would think about, and then I would struggle to fall asleep. Now I can close my eyes and fall asleep within 10-15 minutes. Before, it would take me like 45 minutes to an hour to fall asleep to just try to get my body to shut down. The magnesium pills have definitely been helping, and I got it over the counter. I think I paid like 18 or 19 bucks. They were like on sale, so it was like buy one get one free or buy one get one half off. So I take my magnesium at night and then iron pills in the morning. All right, so the next thing is not obligating myself to be there for everything. So one thing that I struggled with It's basically from how I grew up because my grandparents raised me. So because my grandparents raised me, they're like the center of the family. So we were constantly going over everyone else's houses and had to be there for everyone because, you know, like they're the parents, like they were just there at everything. So I don't know why I took that into my adult life, and I felt like I had to be there for everything. I felt like this sense of obligation to be there for everything. And just thinking about all the things that I had to do would give me anxiety. It was just a lot of things that I was trying to fit into my schedule instead of actually giving me a day or days to relax. No plans, no nothing. And if the day comes for an event and I feel like I am not like mentally in the space to be around other people or mentally in the space to deal with the kids being out and about, I'm not going. And that could just be a thing that happens, like me just getting older, but it's something that I definitely wanted to work on for a really long time. Now I'm just gonna like respectfully just send the person the text like, hey, sorry, I can't make it. I'm just not feeling up to it today, like because of this, that, and third, and then calling it a day. Not feeling like I'm letting everybody down for not showing up to everything because it's just an unrealistic expectation. And that's something that I've set myself up for my entire life, but I am so happy that I've allowed myself to not do that anymore. All right, the next thing is not putting myself in situations that are gonna give me anxiety. It seems obvious, right? But I would still do it. Like I would still do things like my first day of work. Yes, I had so much anxiety my first day of work, but that's understandable anxiety because I'm starting a new job. I'm gonna be around new people. I'm starting a new, like I'm in a new environment every single day. So that was understandable. So I'm talking more of like my business. So like I went from doing 2 YouTube videos to 1 because the 2 videos a week was okay when I wasn't doing anything else. But now that I am working, now that, I have a crazier schedule with the kids being in school, I didn't want to set that expectation for myself of no, you have to do 2 videos. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna set myself up because I'm gonna have anxiety every single day until I post that second video up and then I have to come up with another video in 3 days. It's too much. So I lowered the expectation from 2 videos to 1 video. And then for my small business, if I don't feel like I am capable or up to doing a job, or I'm not in the right headspace to do a job, or it's just not the right time for me to do a job, I've just learned to just be honest and be like, you know what, like I don't think I'm able to take this on right now. I'd rather just say everything up front. And that's something that I'm still learning on doing, but I need to just be honest up front about something that I really don't want to do and not put the pressure on myself and feel like I have to do it. So again, that ties back into the other one, but yeah, that's something that I'm still working on, but I've gotten a lot better and that's definitely helped with my anxiety. All right, so let's go back to the iron pills. Another thing that would help reduce my anxiety is when I'm having my anxiety attacks, I start thinking that I'm dying. I start thinking that something bad is happening to someone that I love, or something bad is happening to me, or something bad is happening to someone, and that causes my anxiety to like flare up. Like it's like an immediate thing that would just like have me on the floor breathing heavily. But because of that, I just kept telling myself, schedule a doctor's appointment, have them run full test, full lab, full everything, just to give you a clear mind that you're okay. Like you are okay. For me, I started taking the iron pills because I was always anemic. Every time that I would stand up, I would feel like I was gonna faint. Or if I'm like walking too much, like I'd be so out of breath. Like it was just like little things that I'm like, what's going on with me? There has to be something wrong with me. So then stuff like that would get to my head, and then I start thinking about it, and then it does me no good. I schedule a doctor's appointment, I'm getting my blood drawn, I'm having them test me, and they're like, no, you're fine. I'm doing these things to manage my health and to make me feel better. I still need to go to the gym. That's one thing that I know would help with my shortness of breath and me not being as, active as I was. That's a work in progress as well. Just setting up doctor's appointments to just let myself like know that all these things that I'm telling myself in my head are not true and that I am okay. I mainly feel like anxiety is just like a mental thing. Like my mind will literally shut the rest of my body down from just thinking about something, which is crazy. Scheduling those doctor's appointments definitely helped. All right, 2 more things. Sorry, the lighting just got like a little weird. The next thing is being open about when I'm having an anxiety attack or when I feel like I'm about to have an anxiety attack. I would literally just hide it. My husband had no clue. My husband had no clue that I was even going through any of this. I mean, I didn't know for a while, but I didn't even tell him like any of my symptoms. And I wish I would have, because he would have just told me like that's what this was, because my husband also suffered from anxiety attacks. So that's something that if I would have been open and honest about it from the rip and not have withheld the information, then I probably could have done this sooner. But here we are now, we're doing it. Just being open and honest and telling everybody about it, telling the people that I love about it and what gives me anxiety so that they can keep me in check too. Like I've told my cousins about like, and when we go out, no, I'm not drinking alcohol right now because alcohol gives me anxiety. And I was never really like that much of a drinker, but I would drink socially. And when I would drink socially, I would go home, lay down, and it was just like my anxiety was so bad. So that's another topic I probably should have wrote here, is that I also let go of alcohol, drinking alcohol, period. Like no more alcohol, no more wine, no more nothing. It's not doing me any good. And honestly, like I'm better without it. Telling them honestly is like a relief. Like now when I feel something coming on, I'll look at Tommy and be like, I don't know why my heart's racing right now. Like, I don't know why I'm starting to get anxiety right now. And then he'll just stop whatever he's doing. He'll put his arms around me, or he tells me to breathe, or we'll do some like exercises or whatever to try to like prevent me from getting there, you know? And that's really a blessing. And I'm just so happy that I was open and honest and I actually told him about it when I did. The last thing that I did to help reduce my anxiety is I actually moved the kids inside of our room. It was actually when we came back from Florida, because we had to sleep together, and when we were at Florida, that when we came back, I was like, wow, I really liked all of us sleeping in the same room. And I put the kids' mattress in there and we never took it out. Just having the kids in the room with me reduced my anxiety, because that's another thing that would happen, is that my mind would wander at night. Like if Melena was by herself in the room, or if Zeke was by himself in the room, I would just constantly be thinking about like them being in the other room and what would happen if something was to happen, like how fast I could get to them, how fast I would have to react to, like, and I would just play out these scenarios in my mind, and I would lose sleep because of that. So now I don't have to worry about that. Now I just have them next to me. I know that they're safe. I know I could feel them, I could smell them, like they're right there. And because of that, I've been having the best sleep. I mean, we were sick the last 3 weeks, so sleep was a struggle, but before that, I've been having the best sleep that I've had in years, since like way before I had Araya type of sleep. So yeah, so I wish I would have done that sooner. But right now we have a family sleepover every night and I love it. But that's it, you guys. That's all the things that have helped me reduce my anxiety. I feel like there's like a lot more that I missed, or a lot more things that I could have told you guys, but I hope this video was informative or helpful to any of you guys struggling with anxiety attacks or anxiety just in general. Just know that there is another side to it, that you can conquer it, you can beat it. And honestly, the past 6 weeks have been great, because I felt like the anxiety really did take over my life at times. So if you enjoyed this video, if you did, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I appreciate all your love and support, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.